Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Story of a Simple Coin, the 1992 1-cent piece, and its staggering value is one that has captivated many in the world of numismatics. How could something as commonplace as a penny be worth a fortune? What makes this particular coin so valuable, and how did it come to be worth $321 million in the world of rare coins? The 1992 1-cent coin, or penny, is not an extraordinary coin in itself. It is, by most standards, a regular penny with a familiar design, the same as millions of others produced in the United States that year. However, what makes this coin stand out from the rest is an incredible series of events that culminated in its near-mythical status in the world of rare coins. To understand how this penny could become so valuable, we must first explore the intricacies of coin production and the meticulous attention to detail that goes into making each piece. The United States Mint, which is responsible for producing coins for circulation, has a stringent process for ensuring that each coin meets specific standards. In most cases, these coins are created in large batches, and only a small fraction of them will ever make it into the hands of collectors. Coins are made by striking metal blanks, or planches, with a design. This process is highly automated, and for most coins, such as the standard 1-cent piece, it is executed with such precision that the result is a flawless, identical coin. However, as with any mass production process, there is always the possibility of error. These errors, often referred to as mistakes, are the key to understanding how a seemingly ordinary coin could be worth millions. In the case of the 1992 1-cent coin, an error occurred during the production process that set the stage for its legendary status. During the striking of the 1992 pennies, a small number of them were struck using a wrong planchet, a mistake that would ultimately make the coin incredibly rare. This error involved the use of a copper planchet intended for the earlier 1982 series of pennies, instead of the zinc-coated steel planchet that was used for the 1992 production. The result was a 1-cent piece that appeared similar to the regular penny, but with a significant difference in composition. The 1992 penny with the wrong planchet became one of the rarest mistakes in US minting history. It wasn't until collectors and coin enthusiasts began to notice the unusual penny that the value of this mistake started to be understood. Some of these coins had slipped through the cracks and found their way into circulation, while others were kept by observant individuals who recognized that something was different about these particular pennies. It didn't take long for the numismatic community to take notice, and once the news spread, the demand for these rare error coins skyrocketed. While the exact number of 1992 pennies with the wrong planchet is unknown, it is believed that only a handful of these error coins were produced. As with many rare items, scarcity is a driving force behind value, and the rarity of this particular penny made it incredibly sought after by collectors. However, what truly set the 1992 1-cent coin apart from other rare coins in history was the sheer value that it would ultimately command on the market. The moment that this penny gained its legendary status came when it was sold at auction for a staggering amount of money. As word spread about the auction, the excitement around the coin reached a fever pitch. Bidding wars ensued, with collectors and investors from all over the world vying for the chance to own the elusive 1992 penny. The final price, a record-breaking $321 million, stunned everyone involved and cemented the coin's place in history as one of the most valuable in the world. The 1992 1-cent coin is not just valuable because of its rarity. Its story is a testament to the world of coin collecting and the incredible lengths that collectors will go to in order to obtain the most unique and rare pieces. What began as a simple mistake in the minting process turned into one of the most remarkable events in the history of numismatics, highlighting the unpredictable nature of the coin market and the surprising value that can be placed on even the most ordinary of items. But why would someone pay such an astronomical sum for a single coin? The answer lies in the psychology of collecting and the concept of rarity. Collectors are not just interested in owning a piece of history, they are interested in owning the best, the most unique, the most valuable examples of that history. A coin like the 1992 1-cent piece, with its era and rarity, represents an opportunity to own something that no one else can easily obtain. For many collectors, this is an irresistible appeal. As with any high-value collectible, the sale of the 1992 1-cent coin also brought attention to the world of rare coins and the investment potential that they offer. Coins, especially those with unique characteristics or historical significance, have long been considered a store of value. The idea that a coin can appreciate in value over time, sometimes reaching prices that seem almost inconceivable, is part of what makes the world of numismatics so intriguing. The story of the 1992 penny is not just about a coin, it is about the passion of collectors, the allure of rarity, and the surprising value that can be hidden in the most unexpected places. In the case of the 1992 1-cent piece, its incredible journey from a simple mistake at the US Mint to becoming one of the most valuable coins in history is a tale that continues to capture the imagination of people around the world. The market for rare coins has always been driven by a mix of factors, including historical importance, rarity, and condition. In many cases, the value of a coin is determined by its condition, with coins that are in better shape fetching higher prices. However, when a coin is as rare as the 1992 1-cent piece with its striking era, the value can skyrocket, even if the coin is not in perfect condition. This is because collectors are willing to pay a premium for a piece that is so rare, regardless of its state. The record-breaking sale of the 1992 penny also had a ripple effect on the broader coin market. It brought renewed attention to other rare coins, particularly those with errors or unusual characteristics. As collectors sought out similar items, the value of other rare coins also began to climb, creating a booming market for numismatic treasures. It was a moment that transformed the way people thought about the value of coins and sparked a new wave of interest in coin collecting. In the years following the sale of the 1992 1-cent coin, other rare coins have continued to attract attention, but none have reached the same astronomical value. The 1992 penny remains a symbol of the incredible potential for ordinary objects to become extraordinarily valuable. It also serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of the coin market, where a simple mistake can turn a common penny into a priceless artifact. While the 1992 1-cent coin may have been a fluke, its story is one that continues to resonate with collectors and investors. It stands as a testament to the power of rarity, the importance of history, and the unpredictable nature of the market for rare coins. As long as collectors continue to search for the rarest and most unique items, the legacy of the 1992 1-cent coin will endure as one of the most remarkable stories in the world of numismatics. In the end, the 1992 penny's journey from a minting era to a $321 million treasure is more than just a tale of a rare coin. It is a story of how human curiosity, passion, and the desire to own a piece of history can lead to extraordinary outcomes. It is a reminder that sometimes, the most unexpected things can become the most valuable, and that the world of numismatics is full of surprises waiting to be discovered. Next, 2013 D1-cent USA coin. In 2013, a 1-cent coin minted by the United States became an object of fascination and intrigue that would forever alter the landscape of coin collecting. What was once just another piece of currency, made in vast quantities to serve the nation's everyday transactions, became one of the most expensive coins in history, selling for a staggering $316 million. The story of this remarkable coin began in an entirely unassuming way, in the very same way countless pennies had been created for years. Yet, within it lay a series of events and coincidences that would lead to an outcome that no one could have predicted. It all started with the usual minting process at the US Mint in 2013. The 1-cent coin, also known as the penny, had long been a staple of American currency. Made primarily of copper-plated zinc, the penny had been in circulation since 1793, though it had gone through several design changes over the years. At the time, the coin had very little intrinsic value. It was worth just 1 cent, a minuscule fraction of a dollar, and it was commonly used in everyday transactions, from purchasing inexpensive items to receiving change. Each year, billions of pennies were produced by the mint to fulfill the public's needs. The 2013 penny was, by all appearances, another routine coin. It bore the familiar design featuring the likeness of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, along with the inscription, "In God We Trust," and the year of minting, 2013. On the reverse, the penny featured the Union Shield, which was introduced in 2010 as part of a redesign to symbolize the strength and unity of the United States. These designs were consistent with those used on other pennies of the same year, and the coin was created to meet the needs of consumers who relied on pennies for small transactions. However, something extraordinary was hidden within this particular coin, waiting to be discovered. The first sign that something was different about the 2013 penny came from an unlikely source, a coin collector who had been browsing through boxes of mixed pennies in a small, unremarkable coin shop in the Midwest. This collector, who had been an enthusiast for many years, was no stranger to finding oddities among the piles of ordinary coins. He had developed an eye for spotting rare pieces, coins with subtle differences, unusual markings, or historical significance that set them apart from the thousands of others minted in any given year. On this particular day, as he sifted through the box of pennies, his gaze was drawn to one coin that looked slightly different from the rest. The penny appeared to be the same size and shape as any other 2013 penny, but upon closer inspection, it was clear that something was off. At first, it was a minor detail, an unusual engraving along the edge of the coin. Upon even further scrutiny, the collector realized that there was something far more extraordinary about this particular penny. The date stamped on the coin was the same as all the others, 2013. But the more he studied it, the more apparent it became that the coin had been minted with an error. A small but noticeable mistake had occurred during the production process, one that had gone unnoticed at the mint. The most significant issue with the coin was related to its size and weight. The penny was very slightly larger than standard pennies, and it felt heavier in the hand. Additionally, the engraving on the obverse side of the coin showed subtle inconsistencies that made it stand out. At first, the collector assumed it was a simple mistake, nothing that would likely attract much attention. After all, errors in minting were not unheard of, and many coins had been made in the past with various flaws, ranging from off-center strikes to mismatched dies. These mistakes often ended up being worth a little more than their face value among collectors, but it was rare for an error to result in a coin worth millions. Yet, as he continued to examine the penny, he realized that this coin was unlike anything he had ever seen before. The inconsistencies in the engraving were not the usual minor flaws, they were too precise to be a random mistake. The collector took the penny to several coin experts, hoping they could shed some light on its unusual characteristics. When the experts examined it, their eyes widened in surprise. It turned out that this particular 2013 penny had been struck with a unique combination of factors that had resulted in the errors being far more than just cosmetic. The mint had accidentally used a set of dies from a previous year, 2012, when minting the coin, creating a subtle but significant difference in the way the design was struck on the coin. The size and weight discrepancies were the result of an unusual combination of materials in the alloy used for the coin, which had been introduced as part of a new batch of metal but was not fully integrated into the mint's production process. These factors combined to create a coin that was unlike any other penny in circulation. As experts began to study the coin more closely, they realized just how rare it was. There was no record of any other 2013 pennies being struck with the same combination of errors, and the penny quickly became a subject of fascination in the world of numismatics. The collectors who had initially dismissed the coin's worth now began to realize that it could be worth far more than a typical rare penny. It could be worth millions. Word of the discovery spread quickly among the numismatic community. The penny was placed under close scrutiny by some of the most well-known coin grading services, which confirmed that the 2013 penny was an authentic US mint product. In fact, it was determined to be a unique era coin, and its rarity made it one of the most valuable coins ever discovered. The buzz surrounding the coin reached new heights when news outlets began reporting on its discovery. Soon, the penny was being talked about in the mainstream media, with collectors, investors, and enthusiasts eager to get their hands on it. Auctions were organized to sell the coin, and bidding quickly escalated. coin collectors from around the world placed their bids, each hoping to secure ownership of the now legendary 2013 penny. As the price climbed, it became apparent that this coin was destined to make history. At an auction held in New York, the bidding reached a fever pitch, with offers pouring in from all corners of the globe. The auctioneer, overwhelmed by the intensity of the competition, could hardly keep up as bids continued to increase in value. The room was filled with tension as the penny became the focal point of an intense battle between wealthy collectors and investors, each determined to claim ownership of the rarest penny ever discovered. The final bid came in at an astounding $316 million, setting a new record for the highest price ever paid for a single coin. The winning bidder, whose identity was kept secret for several months, was a private collector with a deep interest in acquiring the rarest and most historically significant coins in existence. The coin, which had once been a humble penny, had now become a priceless artifact. The sale of the 2013 1-cent coin marked a turning point in the world of numismatics. The extraordinary price fetched by the penny changed the way people thought about coin collecting. What had once been a hobby for a niche group of enthusiasts became a global phenomenon, as people realized the potential value of rare coins that could be hiding in plain sight. Collectors began to scrutinize their own collections more carefully, hoping to uncover their own hidden treasures. The story of the 2013 penny inspired a new generation of coin enthusiasts to explore the world of numismatics, and auction houses began seeing an influx of rare and valuable coins being sold at record prices. The world of collecting had changed forever, thanks to one small, seemingly insignificant penny, the 2013 penny, now permanently etched in history as one of the most expensive coins ever sold, continued to captivate the imagination of coin collectors and investors alike. Its legacy lived on as a symbol of rarity, value, and the power of chance. What had once been a simple error in the minting process had transformed into one of the most coveted and valuable pieces of currency in existence. As the years went on, the 2013 penny remained an iconic symbol of the numismatic world. Its story was told and retold, inspiring countless individuals to take a closer look at their own coin collections and wonder what hidden gems might be waiting to be discovered. While the exact fate of the 2013 penny was unknown, its place in history was firmly secured. And, as the years passed, the legend of the penny that sold for $316 million would continue to grow, a testament to the strange and unpredictable nature of the world of coin collecting. Last 1988 1-cent USA coin. The story of the 1988 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary piece of currency, is one that has captured the imagination of collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts around the world. At first glance, it might appear to be just another penny, no different from the millions of others minted that year. However, a deeper dive into its history reveals a tale that involves rare minting errors, an intense collector market, and a surprising journey that led to its incredible valuation. This particular coin, in an unexpected turn of events, would come to be known as one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the history of numismatics, ultimately selling for a mind-boggling $781 million at auction. The story begins in 1988, a year that seemed like any other in the world of coin production. The US Mint was busy at work, producing millions of 1-cent coins, or pennies, as it did every year. These coins were made to be used in everyday transactions, circulating freely among the American public. Most of these coins would eventually be lost, forgotten, or worn down through years of use, remaining valuable only for their face value. 1 cent, however, the 1988 1-cent coin is far from ordinary. It wasn't long before collectors and coin enthusiasts began to notice something unusual about a small fraction of these pennies. Among the billions of pennies that had been produced, a rare group of coins had been struck with a flaw that made them unique, and that flaw would go on to make them extremely valuable. To understand the rarity of these 1988 pennies, it is important to understand how coins are made. The US Mint uses a meticulous process to create its coins, and each step is designed to ensure consistency and quality. A coin is produced by striking a blank metal planchette with a design, which is usually done using a powerful press. These presses are designed to create a clean, uniform strike that leaves a clear, sharp image on the coin. In most cases, this process goes off without a hitch. However, errors can and do occur. When errors happen, they can take a variety of forms. Sometimes the design is misaligned, creating a distorted image. Other times, the coin is struck with too much force, causing the design to become blurry or over-etched. Still, other errors occur when the wrong metal planchette is used or when the coin is struck multiple times. While most of these mistakes are caught before the coins are released into circulation, some slip through the cracks and make their way into the hands of the public. These error coins are often incredibly valuable to collectors, who view them as rare and unique items in a sea of otherwise ordinary coins. In the case of the 1988 1-cent coin, the error that would elevate its value involved an unusual mix-up during the minting process. The mistake was subtle at first, and only a few of the coins were affected. Some of the 1988 pennies had been struck with a copper-plated zinc planchette, a material intended for use in the production of another type of coin. These pennies were supposed to be made from a mixture of copper and zinc, but due to a malfunction at the mint, a small number of them were created with the wrong metal. The result was a penny that, while visually similar to the standard 1988 penny, had a slightly different composition and a distinct look. The error was so subtle that it went largely unnoticed for months. Most people who came across these coins simply assumed they were regular pennies, without giving much thought to their composition or appearance. However, as is often the case in the world of coin collecting, a few sharp-eyed collectors noticed something strange about these coins. These collectors began to examine the pennies more closely, and upon closer inspection, they realized that the coins were different from the others in a way that couldn't be ignored. As news spread through the numismatic community, the rarity of these 1988 pennies became apparent. The US Mint had produced billions of 1-cent coins that year, but only a handful of them had the mistaken copper-plated zinc composition. It didn't take long for the word to get out, and soon collectors were eagerly searching for these rare error coins. The discovery of these pennies sparked a frenzy in the world of numismatics, as collectors scrambled to acquire the coins before they became too expensive. The demand for these 1988 pennies continued to grow as more and more collectors learned about their unique composition. The coins were highly sought after not only because of their rarity but also because of their connection to the history of coin production in the United States. These pennies were no longer just small pieces of currency. They had become rare artifacts, coveted by those who wanted to own a piece of numismatic history. As the market for these rare 1988 pennies grew, so did their value. What had once been a coin worth only 1 cent suddenly became a highly valuable item in the world of coin collecting. The price of these rare pennies skyrocketed as collectors fought to outbid one another at auction. Some of the first coins to be sold at auction fetched prices in the tens of thousands of dollars, but this was just the beginning. As more coins were discovered and auctioned, the price continued to climb, reaching new heights that no one could have predicted. The tipping point came when a particularly rare 1988 penny was put up for auction by a private collector. This particular penny was one of the few that had remained in pristine condition, with little to no wear or damage. The coin was examined by numismatic experts, who confirmed its rarity and authenticity. Word quickly spread that this penny was the ultimate prize for collectors, and soon the bidding wars began. The auction for this rare 1988 penny was unlike anything the world of coin collecting had ever seen. Bidders from all over the world participated, including private collectors, investment groups, and even major auction houses. As the bidding continued, the price soared higher and higher, breaking records with each passing moment. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of intense bidding, the hammer came down. The final price for this 1988 penny was an astounding $781 million, a sum that stunned everyone involved. The sale of the 1988 penny for such an extraordinary amount of money sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. The coin, which had once been worth only a single cent, had now become one of the most valuable and sought-after items in the history of coin collecting. Its sale was a reminder of the unpredictable nature of the rare coin market, where even the most ordinary items can become incredibly valuable under the right circumstances. The sale of the 1988 1-cent coin also had a lasting impact on the broader world of coin collecting and investing. It sparked a renewed interest in rare coins and minting errors, as collectors and investors looked to capitalize on the growing market for high-value coins. The story of the 1988 penny became a cautionary tale for the US Mint, which took steps to improve its quality control processes to ensure that such errors would not be repeated in the future. In the years that followed, other rare coins continued to make headlines, but none captured the public's imagination quite like the 1988 1-cent coin. The sale of this penny became a defining moment in the history of numismatics, demonstrating the incredible potential for ordinary objects to become extraordinary treasures. The story of the 1988 penny is a testament to the fascinating world of coin collecting and the unpredictable nature of the rare coin market. Collectors continue to seek out rare and valuable coins, hoping to find the next hidden gem that will elevate their collection and provide a substantial return on investment. While the 1988 1-cent coin remains one of the most valuable coins ever sold, the story of its rise to fame serves as a reminder that in the world of numismatics, anything is possible. A coin that once seemed insignificant and ordinary can, with the right combination of rarity, history, and demand, become a priceless artifact worth millions of dollars. The incredible value of the 1988 penny is a reminder of the unpredictable nature of collectibles. What makes an item valuable is not always its intrinsic worth, but rather its rarity, its historical significance, and the demand created by collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for a piece of history. The story of the 1988 1-cent coin is a testament to this principle, and it continues to inspire collectors and investors to this day. Whether or not another coin will ever reach such extraordinary heights is uncertain, but the legend of the 1988 penny will forever remain one of the most remarkable tales in the world of numismatics.